Brother Gil here. I will not be long. It's Thursday, and I pray that everyone who may be under the sound of my voice is just having a delicious Thursday. My spirit wanted me to just do an Agape Love Message to each of us, to share with each of you. I always include myself because I am not exempt from what we are all dealing in and dealing with in today's climate. You feel me? So I won't be long, but I am an artist. I am a retired, per se, Broadway musical theater performer. And as an artist, I believe, and this is how I was trained, this is how I was, this is my heartfelt passion and understanding of what it is to be an artist. To really be an artist. And if you are an artist, you know exactly what I'm saying when I say we are artists. It is who we are, like others are, whatever professions they proclaim. We organically are creative beings or artists, specifically so. And as such, I believe it is, well, I'll speak for myself, it is my deep understanding and charge, if you will, to speak to things and share things as a creative, as an artist, that may be difficult for others to express or even to recognize on some levels that they are existing the way that they are. But it is my duty as an artist, as a 64, almost 65-year-old African-American man in the USA, with all that we are dealing in, all that we see, the system that we're born into, all of those frailties, it is my duty. It is my duty as an artist to speak to these things as creatively and as organically and unbiasedly as I can. And so I do. I have survived, glory to God, a stroke. I am now in my 16th month of healing and rejoicing, I like to say. And as a result of that, my creative self, that inner spirit in me that says you need to work. There are things you should be doing. It is a part of my recovery and my healing to get up and produce art that I believe is necessary in today's climate. I believe that we need to hear these things from a different perspective. I only have a perspective, but it is a perspective that I trust, that I am living through. And so that as I share what is now the Gil Pritchett effect, online theater reimagined 2024, the Gil Pritchett effect, online theater reimagined 2024 is my way of plugging in and sharing in the art of theater things that I believe are necessary as an artisan, as a Black man living in this nation, and as a citizen of the United States, to highlight, shine a little light on things that may be obscuring the lie. You know, we have a tendency to really spin things in America. And that's okay, because systemically, you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to keep a little more air and a little more balance in the air that is here, in the tires, if you will. And so my message to you, myself today, and to those who may hear me, is that when you should see the Gil Pritchett effect, and I'm hoping you see it, there are 12 segments now. Isn't that amazing? There are 12 segments. I'm taking too long. I'm laboring with this, and I need not to. There are 12 segments. Initially, it was supposed to be a live cabaret theater performance. I had formatted a whole thing for like a 45-minute to 50-minute set, music and songs and the whole line. Well, I wasn't able to do it that way. It's expensive to do live theater. We all know that. It's expensive. Even a cabaret. You have all your overhead, just in this United States, lighting, sound. All those things have to be paid for. You have to hire people to do those things. And in my case, the director, all of these things I was looking at. Anyway, I was unable to do that because I did not have the funds to finance it. I did not receive the artistic grant that I was anticipating. So, in my recovery, my mindset, a friend of mine shared with me something that the late great Arthur Ashe, the great tennis player, always used. It was his mantra: start right where you are, with what you have, and do the very best with it. Well, I was sitting in front of my computer just like I am now, and the Spirit said, Gil, look what you have access to. So, long story short, I had to pivot. And so I did. I adapted the whole script to do the initiated, the Gil Pritchett effect, which is the introduction. And then it became that I needed to do it in segments because it became something else. It's amazing how creativity takes on its own life after you trust yourself to create it. Well, that's what's happened. And so now the Gil Pritchett effect, online theater reimagined 2024. There are 12 segments. And I'm putting it out there because I believe it's fun and it's necessary. It's the kind of art that I like to see, more the theater that I like to see. It's intimate. It's just me sitting here enjoying the art of producing and sharing with each of you. And so please, I'm asking you to, particularly the last, well, all of them, but particularly segment 11 and 12, I think are very timely. And they touch on things that, without bias, negativity, without pointing fingers, just sharing a life experience of having lived in America, worked in America, listened and read and studied, and the political climate and the news and all these things that we have to digest. It is a collage of my understanding, where I am right now today, and what is important for others to possibly hear from a new perspective, since they are making so many rigid laws now and banning so many things that people are not getting a balanced diet now, if you will. I'm trying to do what I can as an artist and to make sure that I can do something to help that progress, to help that move forward, because of all the roadblocks that are now being created. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to stop by and just say I love you guys. It's important. It is important. It is important that we stand up to save our democracy. It's really kind of sad. All of the money being spent, all of the ridiculous laws being enacted, simply to alter and change and decrease the power of our democracy in the name of making it better. That's another one of those spinning things that we do in America so well. It is important for us, if you can vote, do, regardless of how you are feeling sometimes about the art of voting, the power of voting, what it means for you to vote. Does your vote count? To answer that question, just listen to what's going on around us in our political arena. I'm not a politician, but I see how things are being spun and out of control. I see how one side is paying millions upon millions of dollars to spin a thing and to get a, you know how politics is, to get that hand up so that their agenda can be made. But the people, it's not about doing it for the American people, particularly those of us who are on the lower echelon of trying to live the best lives that we can live. It's not about trying to balance things. It's about power. And if I have the power, and particularly if I have the assets to contain the power, that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter how we do it, how corrupt it is, you know, how criminally negligent it is. No, it's about the will to get it in place so that they can will the power and control the narrative of the American society. That's not democratic. You or I couldn't do that. There's a man out there who is a criminal. Everybody knows it. And this person is allowed to do what his connections and all that stuff, the spins and the connections, are wanting him to do, because they need him back as their puppet to get things done. However, I still believe the power of the American people matters in spite of. And so we need to know the power we have in our hands to vote. Please don't take it for it. Those of you who stand on the sideline and say, fuck it, I am not voting, I don't care who does what, you are voting. You're voting for the disasters that are forthcoming if we don't make a statement by getting to these polls and voting for what's right for the majority of the people in this nation. We don't have to worry about that 1%, 2%, 3%. They're going to be fine. They're taken care of. And I'm not going to say any more about that. However, there is a balance that we need to find. And if we continue with the status quo of going back or trying to go back to a time that we have all fought and died and shed blood, generationally speaking, to get beyond, that's our fault. That's on us if we stand by and not do what we can do to make sure that we're not going in that direction. See, in the mindset of those who are doing it, it's fine because they know what they want. They're looking at the end result of what they want to do. But you and I, we're better than that. America is greater than that. I refuse to believe, and I'll be 65 in August. Glory to God. I refuse to believe that all that I've seen people grow through is coming down to people not voting and keeping that White House preserved for the right kind of leadership and not a thug, not a criminal trying to market themselves as something they're not. That spin that America does. But it is up to you and I, you know. I don't know who will see this. I hope enough people see it, that it will plant a seed to help make a difference. But as an artist, this is what we do, that we can shine a light on something and it's just highlight enough for others to see, hey, wait a minute, what is that? Peace and love, y'all. I'm Brother Gil Pritchett. Please, if you have a moment, go and check out segment 12, segment 11, and 12 of the Gil Pritchett Effect Online Theater Reimagined 2024. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn, and you'll find it, right? Continue to pray with me as I do you. And I look forward to doing all that I can to help make sure that, the voices are not being silenced. You know, that we are still speaking, standing up and saying, we don't want that anymore. Been there, done that. Right? Let's write a new song so our children's children won't have to live with all those lies anymore and all that corruption, perhaps. You understand me? Okay. All right. Brother Gil loves you. God loves you too. As a stroke survivor, I have I Am Creation Stroke Survivor Support Group Dallas on Facebook. If you haven't stopped by and you'd like to become a part of a community that supports each other and help prop each other up and make sure that we're all getting the best we can as we heal, because we're healing on so many different levels in and around our communities. Come and become a member. It doesn't take anything but you signing up, right? Watch what Conversation with, I should say. It is coming back. We've done one episode so far for this year, but it's been a very interesting time. People are busy, which is doing a wonderful thing. Many of them constructive and helpful and healing. But then, there's always that flip side. There's the head and the tail to any coin. And our choice is to choose a side. Whatever side you choose, that's between you and your spirit, your conscience. But I'm talking to those who really want to choose a better balance for everyone. I'm not looking for a utopia. I don't believe that's realistic. But I am looking for a balance that everybody can kind of, get their portion, because that's the American dream. So, we still try to see it, but that's what we're supposed to be able to do here in America. Okay, I've been here too long. Peace and love, y'all. Have a delicious Thursday. Do something wonderful for yourself today and for someone else. And I always know that you're worthy. You're better than what people say. Make your choice. Choose to be. Choose it. You have the birthright to choose. I am going to be. I am the best me I can be right now. Nothing can stop me. Nothing shall stop me. No thing shall stop me from becoming the very best I can become. I am. Peace and love, y'all. Bye-bye. Au revoir.